Today, I'm really excited to announce the first session on being customer obsessed in the age of AI. We're going to hear from Meenakshi Lala, CEO of Urbanstems, and Meera Murthy, GM and VP of Product at Bloomreach. They'll discuss generative AI and how it's revolutionizing customer engagement in both commerce and marketing. And so with that, we'd love to welcome Meenakshi and Meera to the stage.
Meenakshi, you want to get us started?
Sure, let's do it. Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for joining us. I'm Meenakshi. I am the CEO of Urbanstems. I spent 2 decades of my life working in various brands in fashion retail and then wanted to do something harder, so I chose flowers, and here I am. For those of you who are not familiar, Urbanstems is a floral gifting brand. We service nationwide deliveries same day and next day.
Thank you, Meenakshi, and thank you all for joining today. I'm Meera Murthy. I'm the VP of Product at Bloomreach. Bloomreach delivers digital experiences that are highly personalized across many channels for several customers, including retailers. So we're really happy to be here, and I wanted to get started by talking about loyalty. When you think about loyalty, customers look for trust, and customers look for that emotional connection when they want to build loyalty with a brand. 88% of customers surveyed thought of a brand trust as, or lack of trust, as a deal breaker in making that next purchase. 58% of customers seeked that emotional connection with a brand for building loyalty and for making those repeat connections with that brand. So then when we think about loyalty, you do see that loyalty is something that cannot be bought by offers and promotions. Loyalty is something that is built. How do you build loyalty? When you think about building loyalty, there are 3 key ways that we see our customers doing it. I've been in the marketing technology space now for over 15 years at Bloomreach now, but across other vendors and in building marketing technology products. And I've seen customers repeatedly rely on these 3 tools, where one is that ability to storytell. Right? Finding those right moments where you can build that awareness of your brand to that customer, and making sure that that storytelling is seamless across these experiences. Right? Every moment that they engage, every channel, every medium that they're engaging with your brand, making sure that these moments are all connected together. And finally, doubling down on personalization. Personalization has been the magic term for now well over a decade, and personalization continues to be the key term, because when you think about loyalty, for that loyalty, for that trust, for that emotional connection, it's all about your ability as a brand to tell that customer and show them that you understand them. So when you combine personalization and that seamless experience and that storytelling, you really can then build that loyalty. But now, what is key is, how do you combine these 3 at scale when you're dealing with 1 million, 50 million customers? Really, the numbers at one point doesn't even matter, because when you have to deliver that personalized, seamless experiences, it really comes down to leveraging on technology, specifically AI, that allows you to scale and that allows you to take all that data that you know about your customers and deliver it to them at the right moment. So with that, I wanted to give it to you, Meenakshi, to talk about how is Urbanstems and how are you leveraging all this data and AI to build that loyalty with your customers.
Sure.
So with that, let's start with a video about Urbanstems.
We're really on a mission to help people stay connected, to help the world feel more cared for, and we want to do that through thoughtful gifting.
One of the biggest problems that we were looking to solve is really understanding our customer segments better, and really not even just understanding those, but then being able to utilize those within our advertising. And trying to pull that data out of just a database was a challenge before Bloomreach.
The vision as we move forward is to be extremely personalized, make sure that every customer is treated with the same respect that they would if they were walking into a local florist.
Awesome, thank you. As Meera said in one of the earlier slides, we believe customer loyalty is not a given today. It has to be earned. In this competitive day and age, where customers are being targeted from every channel, at every minute of the day, in every step of life, you really have to win them over to make them your customer and to come back, and what we call loyalty, to drive that lifetime value. How do you cultivate these customer relationships? At Urbanstems, we believe lasting connections with our customers through thoughtful touch points. It's not just about ordering flowers and sending flowers. It's an emotion, it's a sentiment, it's a message that is extremely personal to you as the giver. You want to ensure with your flowers, the receiver is feeling that emotion. It is through that high quality touch point. So our goal is to have an incredible experience for the receiver, but at the same time, you as the giver, ensure your journey, your shopping journey with us is seamless. We create meaningful experiences for you that will encourage you to continue purchasing. In the perishable product space, delivering high quality product is no longer a differentiator. That's a given, that's table stakes. You have to deliver premium product. How do you go above and beyond? How do I win your loyalty? So you come back for that second and third and fourth send in your life. That is through these meaningful experiences. Each purchase will help us gain your confidence and double down on us being top of mind to you. We are a very discretionary purchase. We are a very intentional purchase. Flowers is not something you're purchasing like shampoo or body wash. It is specific, and it's intentional. And there's tons and tons of competition in this space. So how do I become the go-to? How do I stay top of mind to you as a giver to ensure that you are purchasing Urbanstems for every floral need in your life?
So Meenakshi, I actually have a question about that. So when you think about flowers, as you said, it is that gift-giving moment. It's that one-time purchase. Specifically thinking about Valentine's Day, I'm sure a lot of people here, including, I don't know, I can count in the number of times I've gone and purchased, but my husband sure has. How are you taking that one-time purchasers and making them come back? Like, what are some strategies that have worked for you?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm sure, don't mean to cliche this, but a lot of men sitting in the room will resonate with this. February 14th was Friday. You woke up at 9 a.m. that morning. Oh shoot, I did not get flowers. I need to get flowers. Today is Valentine's Day. And then you scrambled. If you knew a same-day service, if you knew a florist, you called them. If you did not, you ran to a grocery store. And probably didn't get a lot of brownie points for doing that, but not judging. So what we're doing is we're taking that data. 70% of our purchaser for Valentine's Day is male. It's a very male to female gifting holiday. Although we are seeing a ton of growth in Galentine's Day. So all power to women shopping the day before Valentine's Day. So we took that data, and then we are now using tools to circle back and say, hey Matt, you purchased a Valentine's Day flower. How about you upgrade this to a 3-pack? You will have a birthday and an anniversary send that you would like to send flowers to. Give us your dates. We will then circle back a week before that date with a recommendation. And the more you engage with us, the more we can customize that recommendation to you. Like the following year, hey Matt, you bought the Valentine, a traditional Valentine's Day SKU last year, but through the year we've seen you buy peonies, we've seen you buy a lot of high-end premium stems. How about you upgrade your Valentine's Day purchase next year to try this mixed peony offering, etc. What we're doing is we're taking a statistic, we're taking a behavior pattern, and then using an AI-led flow to now create lifetime value. So I'm making it easier on you. I'm servicing as a consumer, hopefully, servicing the pain point of having to remember and plan and order ahead, but at the same time guaranteeing you a seamless, high-quality experience.
And I think I want to highlight here where, Meenakshi, you said this, loyalty is a right that you have to earn as a brand.
That's right.
And we often hear brands coming to us and saying, hey, we want to run a survey. We want to collect data. Can Bloomreach help us with this pop-up or this form that collects data? And it's a great strategy, but one of the things that we see customers then drop the ball is they collect the data, but then don't leverage it effectively. And this is where you lose that trust, because as a consumer, if I have given you that information about myself, so those dates that you were talking about, as Meenakshi said, this is where tools like marketing automation platforms like Bloomreach but can come in very handy, where you're presetting these journeys that where the data that you've collected now becomes actionable and at the right moment, and you're leveraging that data to continue that relationship. So one key takeaway here is making sure that you're not just collecting data, but putting that data to use to continue building that loyalty and building that trust on how you're leveraging that data with that customer. On to our next.
Yeah, and this continues on our journey with our customer. How does Urbanstem become your first time to forever? How do we become your forever gifting brand? That is our goal with every customer who comes to purchase at Urbanstems. How do we turn you as a first-time buyer to a repeat customer? By creating opportunities, the one-time opportunities or one-time gifting moments in a year, the Valentine's Day, the Mother's Day. How do we convert those one-time purchases into ongoing relationships? It's through loyalty. It's through targeting you, messaging you, making your life easier, not through just mass targeting, not through batch targeting, where you're just one of many who gets the same flow, the same email, the same SMS, which may not serve you. I can serve you ads all day long. If you don't have a reason to send right when I serve you an ad, you are not clicking on it. You are not clicking on that email or SMS. This is not a $5 t-shirt. This is a premium, very intentional gifting moment that has to be timed exactly right with your gifting needs. So that is the data, to Meera's point, which we are constantly trying to gather and then create flows that are seamless experiences through personalized touches that are very intentional to your shopping experience.
So we were talking about this earlier. You said Mother's Day, you're still collecting data for this Mother's Day, but can you talk about how you leveraged, again, AI and that seamless flow and that moment that you had to capture purchases and increase the value?
Absolutely. So Mother's Day is a Super Bowl of the floral industry. Last year, the data we collected showed us every customer that shopped for Mother's Day bought 1.4x. What that told us that a consumer in this time period is sending flowers to more than one person, more than one mother figure in their life. We took that data and created a campaign called Mother Energy. And the messaging of that campaign, all of the ads, all of the creative that was generated for this campaign spoke about sending flowers not just to your biological mom, but to every other mother figure in your life, whether it's a grandmother, whether it's a bonus mom, an emergency contact, a nanny, whoever that person, or an auntie, whoever that other mom to your child, or a mother figure that has influenced your life is. We took that data, we steered the campaign around it, the product SKUs were named around it, and then with our AI tool, we created personalized flows. So when you came to shop, we reminded you through our engaging chatbot where we said, hey, great, you've bought the XYZ now. Have you seen this other bouquet? Or you're shopping the auntie, is this going to an auntie? Would you also like to buy something for your mother-in-law or for your nanny? And in that conversationally directed you and helped you convert, or helped us convert you into buying more than one send. And when we saw you hesitate, we also targeted you with a very structured discount offering to your needs, where it said like, okay, if you buy a second bouquet at this time, it does this. Instead of mass blasting you a 15%, a 20%, a free shipping, which is what a lot of brands do, and it's exhausting in our mailboxes to be getting those emails today.
I think that's a great example where you called out 3 key strategies there. So I just want to call it out for the audience. One is in your products, you actually catered your products rather than just saying, here's a bouquet. You had your mother's bouquet and your auntie bouquet and your nanny bouquet, which it's a very simple naming strategy, but it's actually quite powerful because you're driving that customer. And then in that moment, you used chat, conversation, right there to say, hey, they bought that, they're adding something to the cart, or they're buying that mother's bouquet. How about talking about the next one? And then the third strategy is using offers, but rather than just a blanket offer, using it directing to that, creating both urgency, but getting that next purchase that's relevant and tied to that Mother's Day. So that's a fantastic use case, fantastic story. I know you've yet a very interesting example on gifting.
Yeah, well, what we do is gifting. We believe in the art of gifting. Gifting is an art. We curate it. As a brand that services your gifting need, we are spending all day, every day, thinking about what your gifting needs are and how can we prioritize both you as the giver and your recipient. The recipient is someone everyone focuses on all day, every day, because they get the physical product, they get the flowers, the unboxing experience. The e-commerce industry has done an incredible amount of research and work in that. But the giver often gets sidelined, but the giver is the one with the credit card. And that is your customer and your shopper. The receiver experience is what we were talking earlier, to me, table stakes. It has to be great. But how do you make the giver's job easy? What do you do to make it simpler and faster and better and more personalized for the giver to continue to come back to you? So personalization and curation is what we believe creates a very unique experience for you. And if it is targeted to your personal shopping needs, it makes a faster, simpler, agile experience for you to shop. And that's how we become your forever brand. And AI and innovation is helping us make it easier, make it effortless, make it memorable, and make it simpler than it ever has been. And I think you were pointing to an example about
the receiver side.
The receiver side of the business. So with an AI tool, what we are incorporating is, so as the sender, you are my customer. I can target you. But the receiver who actually received this beautiful box of flowers from us, we don't know who they are. We don't have their data. We can't collect their data unless they come to our site. So how do we get them to our site? So we tested a tool where we added a barcode to our gift note. As a gifting brand, you're always going to open the note card to see who's gifting you, who sent you the flowers. The QR code on the gift note leads you to a video message on our site, but it gets you to our landing page. Now what that does is it also caters to, great, you got the unicorn bouquet today. Here's how you can style. Here's styling tips. Here's care tips. These are the stems in this bouquet. This is what you do. What are you interested in? Are you interested in seeing how you can style this many different ways? Or do you want to learn about the stems here? Do you want to learn about how to care about them? Or do you want to send a video or a thank you note back to your sender? And by seeing that journey and studying that journey, we're then deciphering, okay, great. Meera came to this landing page and she loves the bouquet styling tips. And that's how we then engage with you and share more videos of styling tips with you, share tools that you can utilize to make your stylings easier, to make your bouquets look like that super high-end florist or those movie bouquets that we see that we can never put our bouquets, make our bouquets look like. How do you do that? And by targeting Meera with exactly what she resonated to, I'm not just sending her stuff. I'm sending her very specific messaging around what she is interested in.
I think these are all fantastic examples, and I want to take a moment to talk about this notion of agents. I'm sure, like if I asked everyone to raise your hands and say, have you heard of agents? Everyone will raise your hands. You're probably all using agents in some form or the other. I was using GPT just 2 hours ago as I was thinking about how do I introduce myself, right? So we're all using agents in our life. We're using LLMs. They've seeped into our lives. But what Meenakshi called out today, I think this is where agents can truly transform marketing. So Meenakshi was talking about those moments, be it a sender, be it a receiver, those moments of life cycle where she's captivating on those moments and she's enabling Urbanstems build that loyalty and build that relationship with that sender, with that receiver. But to do that at scale, she's actually focusing on what we call customer-centric messaging, right? Most of us, most brands, when I talk to them and ask them, hey, what percentage of your marketing messaging is brand-centric versus customer-centric? The normal answer is 80% is brand-centric, 20% is customer-centric. When we look across our entire customer base, that it actually matches that quite well. But when you look at conversion rate or click rate or any of the business metrics, your customer-centric messaging outperforms every time versus the brand-centric messaging. What does that tell you? Customer-centric messages really work because you're now making it targeted and personalized. And you just said seamless, easy, right? All those words, those are the right words that you want to build loyalty. But how do you do it at scale? You can do it at scale leveraging AI, leveraging agents, where you'll start hearing this autonomous marketing coming up a lot more. We're going to hear more of it over the next 12 months, where you can leverage agents to build out these experiences, identify those moments or gaps that exist in your existing marketing program to say, hey, have you thought about that purchase history? I had a recent customer say, hey, I used agents and I wanted to send a purchase reminder email, but the agent actually suggested that I do every year purchase reminder email, every anniversary versus just the first anniversary. Right? It's those kind of simple things that we may not think about, those simple moments, but AI is going to allow you to not just deliver personalized experiences, which is what we've been using it for, but also the building of these experiences such that we can do it at scale. So with that, I wanted to introduce, so Bloomreach, we offer an agentic platform for personalization. We have 3 products: Clarity, which is our conversational agent; Engagement, which is our marketing automation platform with agents built in; and Discovery, which is our autonomous search platform. And as a takeaway, the things that we've heard, I think we've said it multiple times, what's important for building loyalty, listening to customers, being in the moment, and being relevant to every customer. And this is where we truly believe agentic AI is going to allow you to build that loyalty. And hopefully next time we're on stage next year, you're all using agents to build many, many customer lifecycle marketing programs. So thank you, Meenakshi, and thank you all for attending.
Thank you so much.